Motion be accepted as printed.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Those are approved. Seeing no department heads or committees, no appointments. Tonight, no public hearings, new business. We have another batch of tag day requests. All have been approved by Mr. Buckner. What is the board's pleasure?
So will be granted.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Those are approved. New business, Mr. McKinnon.
Nothing, sir.
Mrs. Smith.
Nothing.
Old business, Mr. McKinnon.
No, sir.
Mrs. Smith.
No, sir.
Town Administrator's Report, Mr. Buckner.
I have published the ad for South School, and bids are due on the lease are due Friday, January 27th. That's a week from Friday at 11 a.m. And we do have some interest, so we'll see how that goes. Transfer station stickers, as we've been saying, the transfer station stickers are on sale at the Highway Department and Selectman's office during normal business hours. Cost is the same as last year, and the grace period runs through the end of this month. Part-time local building inspector, the applications and resumes are being reviewed by Mrs. Smith, Mr. Machado, and myself, and we should be setting up some interviews shortly with the consensus candidates. Upcoming Veterans Memorial Committee tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. at the sewer facility. We'll be planning our grand groundbreaking ceremony at long last, among other business. Next week's Selectmen's meeting, we've got Stone Forge Tavern coming in requesting to be able to serve alcoholic beverages starting at 10 a.m. on Sundays. And Community Pride Awards, Monday, February 13th at 5 p.m.
Mr. Buckner, didn't we already vote on the 10 o'clock? We didn't, evidently, you're saying, right? I thought we did when the town meeting.
Town meeting
took place.
authorized the board to grant those, but now they have to apply individually, apparently.
Oh, all right.
from-
Fine with me. And I know we asked that a letter be written to Senator Pacheco. Did that go out, or I would like to maybe have a little more to it, or did it go out
on
on Mr.
regarding-
Pacheco's, Senator Pacheco having the meeting on the Triple E? No?
Okay, I don't think it's going.
Well,
on yet,
okay,
yeah.
no, but, so I would like to anyway. Am I on?
Yes, sure.
Thank you. What I would like is, and I think, Mr. Smith, you may have something to add to this too. I would like to thank Senator Pacheco for having the meeting with the state representatives, and also at an early stage, although we're negotiating stronger for spraying, that early on we endorse Senator Pacheco's, what he called, I believe, the hot spots?
Hot spots, yeah.
The hot spots, so at least that be a beginning of something. But I think Senator Pacheco is on the right track, and we would endorse and thank him very much for endorsing the hot spots, which are, and I also think, to be fair to the Board of Health in the town of Rainham, which we are, that they would let us know where those spots are. That might be nice of them. They seem like nice people, very nice people. Yeah, they keep talking about them, but
Right.
it's evidently none of our business. Well, we try to be pleasant, but.
But if they would let us know where they were, they may be just some small pocket of water that could be gotten rid of,
Yeah.
you know?
With conservation.
Exactly.
Filled in.
So if they would let us know
Yeah.
where they are,
There it is.
we can confer
Chairman,
with
does that sound right?
conservation.
Absolutely.
Did you, is that basically?
Basically, that's about what it was.
Okay.
You got that, Mr. Buckner? Mr. McKinnon, anything else for us tonight?
Well, I think, when we think, no, yeah. I'm old enough to forget what the other thing was, now I remember. I will, and I don't like campaign into selectmen's meeting, but this is not a campaign, rather it's the lack of a campaign. I will announce this evening that I will be not entering my name to be considered in the April election. I have run for office 13 times, 7 times opponent, 6 times unopposed, and they've all been enjoyable to the extent that I've always believed that running for the office is one thing and doing the job is the other. And so for that end of my career, I have completed it. As of March, and in those days when I first ran, that was the time of the election, I will have served 39 years, and so I choose then not to run for another term in April of this year. Many reasons can be given, none of them of a nature that is not anything to be concerned about, except to say that I'm 79 years old now. 3-year term is a long period of time, and I think it best to leave the office when people are saying, gee, Don, why don't you run again, rather than maybe at a later time where they say very quietly, maybe it's time he didn't run again. So I take that of the two options. I take the option to leave when I believe I'm still on top of my game. I still think that things are coming to me, and I still think, along with my two partners, I'm holding up my share. But therefore, this evening, I will announce that I am not a candidate in April for a 3-year term in the town of Rainham. Now, if I'm really old, I'll find out that it isn't my turn to be up, it's somebody else's. And I've made this statement totally erroneously. Somebody said to me, are you sure you're up?
Are you
And
sure
I
it's
said,
your turn?
I said, well, I'm really not sure. Maybe it isn't my turn. Maybe I'm not announcing for something I'm not eligible for. That could be. And of course, I've always said, and I've said this, I've always believed in term limits. In this case here, I think the term limit is 13. And I was born on a Friday the 13th in the middle of the Depression. And so therefore, I'll hold to 13. And I've been very fortunate over the years, and I appreciate for the citizens of the town of Rainham and for all my partners over the years. I thank them all very much.
Mrs. Smith, would you like to comment?
Well, the only comment I could make is that you certainly would be absolutely sorely missed on this board. You have I can't tell you how much you've contributed. You know how much you've contributed. The town of Rainham really, really appreciates everything that you have done over your 38 and so many seconds of
Into
your
the 39th,
term,
yeah.
into your
Thank you.
39th term. I personally would miss you terribly, Donald. We've worked together for a long time.
We have been partners for many years.
Yes, we have. We have
And,
worked together for a long time. I admire you, and I respect you, and I certainly wish you the very best.
Thank you very much, Maria. I appreciate it. I used to say to the dean, David Flynn, that, and he loved that one. He said, I wish I said it first. And I said, you can say you did. The old timer would say to me, we're keeping you in till you get it right. And you don't seem to get it right, so I'm voting for you again, McKenna. Maybe this time you'll get it right. So,
That's a
anyway.
teacher in you.
Yeah.
I think I can only echo Mrs. Smith's sentiments, other than to say that when I had first met you, you were getting ready to retire from teaching. But as is the case, I've seen with a number of teachers, you haven't stopped teaching. And that was certainly the case with the relationship you and I have developed over the years. In my 5 years on this board, you've been somebody I've looked to for guidance and suggestions, and sometimes those not so subtle comments that I will deeply miss and have always appreciated. I think Mrs. Smith said it perfectly. None of us will be able to recount all the contributions and, more importantly, sacrifices you've made over those 39 years. I have always believed that you and Dave Flynn as well have been model public servants. You in particular, because you've always told me that you have to keep at least one day a week for the family, and I know that day for you was Sundays. And so in my young career, I've tried to an extent, emulate that because, as you know, these jobs can really consume you, especially when you have a second job, a full-time job in addition to that. And so you should know that the lessons that you've instilled not only in me, but I think so many other people over your 39 years in Town Hall will not soon be forgotten. And stealing one of your lines, I'm confident much more will be said over the coming months to pay tribute to a person who is going to go down in history as probably the most significant person in Rainham history. And I don't say that lightly, and I hope you appreciate those words because you've certainly deserved them. And it's been a deep honor and privilege to sit next to you for 5 years, and 2 years before that being appointed by you. And so all I can say is thank you.
Thank you for the kind words, both partners. And I think we're basically, I have trouble recommending partnerships. I've been in partnerships for 39 years, and I've enjoyed each partner over the period of years. And so I've been the citizens of Rainham have been more than fair to me, because, as I say, I was born with my tongue in my cheek and my foot in my mouth, and sometimes that can get you in a little bit of trouble, don't you know? And so my partners always cover for me, and I appreciate what you do, and also serving with Mr. Buckner. Mr. Buckner's been, I think, in his third year as a town, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Pretty much of a newbie, yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, I started almost 28 years ago. And you were already an old hand. and-
See, I
At
taught
that
29 years, and Randy's been now for this for 28
Can you
years.
believe- I was part of the youth movement, as you say.
That's
At that
right,
time,
he was.
but-
And he did find a trophy bride, I might add, because Marie is 10 years younger than he. And that way, I told him, well, he'll be like me. He can retire and watch his wife go off to work
Yeah.
and then go back to bed. So that's probably what he'll do.
He'll pack the kids' lunches.
He will. Well, maybe not quite,
Oh,
but
yeah,
let him
sure,
think
sure.
about it.
Yeah, think about it,
Negotiate it.
think about it.
So anyway.
Anyway, thank you for all of the good times and the mentoring. You're certainly a mentor
We've
over
had
those
good
20
times.
years.
I thank you all
Yes,
for your
over the
kind
years,
words.
we certainly have.
Yes, we have.
Oh,
We've had some.
Lord. God, oh.
Thank you all. I will have more
No,
to say
thank you.
probably in April.
Yes.
I'll probably, I said, I'll probably, I'm gonna try to write what I call a chronicle rather than a history of different events in the town that we've, be it Borden Colony, be it Rainham Woods, things of this nature that has occurred over the period of years. And as I told Donnie Francis, as you come up with better ideas, if they're really good, I'll take credit for them. And that was the four-way stop sign there at the Stone Church. I
Oh,
said, yeah, I told
That's
him,
right.
you're crazy
That's
doing that,
right.
you're crazy doing that. And then it worked out, and I said, that was
Yeah.
my idea. So, and I'll take yours, Joe, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And yours, Marie. I
Yeah.
appreciate taking all the credit for all the work you do.
That's okay, that's okay.
Thank you all. Thank you, Mark.
Mrs. Smith, anything for us tonight?
No, sir,
Okay.
not after that, no.
Yeah, I know. Correspondence from the Greater Taunton Charitable Association. They're looking to have their 8th annual Stuff the Bus Thanksgiving food donation event Saturday, November 17th and November 18th. And Randy, these are dated
Those are-
2011.
Yeah. I think she meant 12.
12, okay. And those are okay with you?
Yes.
What's the board's
So
pleasure?
will they be granted?
All in favor? It's approved. A notice from Gatch requiring a vote to execute a new municipal cooperative agreement for a 3-year period beginning July 2012. I know, Mr. Buckner, you cover us on that.
Yes, that's right.
From the Hinckley Allen Snyder LLP attorneys at law regarding Ucane v. Fall River. Federal court strikes down Fall River REO. It's just a court ruling notifying us that Mass Federal District Court has struck down challenged provisions contained in Fall River's Responsible Employer Ordinance, which says that its unlawful requirements include local hiring quotas and apprenticeship, pension, and group health insurance mandates. And we thank them for that notification. No other correspondence, seeing no community or citizen input. Press time, Mark, from the Gazette.
Not right now.
Okay. Any emergency business tonight? What is the board's pleasure?
Make a motion to sign the bills, no business to be conducted afterwards.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.